Hey guys, it's Miley and welcome back to my channel. So today, in the first of a two-part video, I'm going to show you guys how I create pintucks for my doll outfits. A pintuck is basically a sewn pleat that you can make to add just a little bit of extra detailing to any of your doll outfits. You can create them by hand or use a pintuck foot, but in this video, I'm going to focus on making them by hand since that's my favorite way to do them. You're not going to need any special tools for this. You're just going to need your sewing machine and some fabric and some thread. I'm going to be using a pattern out of Hannon's doll sewing book for this video. This video isn't sponsored. I'm just a really big fan of Hannon's work and I love this little book. When I first started sewing for dolls, it was the first book that I purchased and it helped me out so much. I think it has some really beautiful little projects inside and the step-by-step photo instructions are insanely helpful. I've included an Amazon affiliate link down in the description below if you guys wanted to check it out for yourselves. Anyways, let's go sew some pintucks. The first thing that you want to do is cut out a piece of fabric that is wider and longer than your pattern piece. I know there is a way more mathematical way to do this, but I underestimated how much fabric I needed one time, and now I just always cut way more than I need. After you cut your rectangle out, iron it nice and flat. Here's what I'm starting with. Now, take the piece of fabric and decide where you want to position your first pintuck. I've decided that this row of dots is going to be my center, so now I'm going to fold it over and press it so I have a nice sharp crease. Once that's done, take it over to your sewing machine and sew a straight line of stitches as close to the edge of the crease as you can. If you're having a hard time getting close to the edge of the fabric, then just place a piece of tissue paper between the fabric and the bed of the sewing machine. Now, go back to your ironing board, open up the fabric, and fold it over, sort of like how you would fold a paper fan. Once you have it where you want it, iron it flat. Sharp creases are super important to the overall look of a pintuck. I'm using a really hot iron and a spray bottle of water to help me get the creases as sharp as I can. Next, flip the fabric around to the other side, fold it under, and iron it flat. As you can see, I'm trying to keep the dots of my fabric as close to the center of the pintuck as I can. Now, go back to your sewing machine and again sew a straight line of stitches right down the edge of the fold. I'm sure you can tell by now that we're going to be doing a lot of repeating in this video. Next, go back to your ironing board, open up the fabric like you did before, fold and iron. Then, fold one side under, iron, go back to your sewing machine and sew your straight line. This is what we should have at this point. So from here, you're basically just going to repeat the steps over and over and over again until you have the desired amount of pintucks. Once you finish making all of the pintucks that you've decided you want to make, just give the whole thing a really good pressing, front and back. After all of that's finally done, this is what we should have. From here, we're just going to center the pattern piece onto the pintucks and cut it out. I usually use clips and eyeball it, but you can also trace the outline of the pattern directly onto the fabric using tailor's chalk, a pencil, a fabric pen, a real pen, really just whatever you feel comfortable doing. And now by the time all of that's done, this is what your final piece should look like. And that's it. So I really hope that was helpful for you guys. And if you have any comments or questions, you can totally leave them down in the comments below or send me a DM on Instagram. I'm going to be working on part 2 of this video and I should have it up within the next week or so watch out for that. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day and I will talk to you soon. Bye!